All right, if you're on Shopify, you have seen this analytics dashboard. There is a cohort analysis. Do you use it? Do you not use it? I'm going to provide you a use case here, which is a real life example that I had a call about 2 weeks ago now, where they're like, hey, Casey, what should I do? Like, how do I know my LTVs? How can I calculate it? It's like, I got you. Let's look at this real quick just to see what we can learn in snapshot. Like, so this is not real data. It's the same. I took the real data and just altered a little bit. So it's a correlation on jumps month to month will be similar, but not the exact same because I don't want to share someone or a client's exact data. But I will share my screen and show you what they got going on here. So I've pulled the cohort analysis into a sheet here, and you can see we got all the cohorts by month, the last 12 months, February through January 2025, average spent per customer. So this is like from the data we have here, which is obviously not a full 12 months for all of them, but for each cohort, it's on average what that customer in that cohort is spent with your business. It's like if you took number of customers that bought in February times $96, that's amount of revenue that cohort has generated on average. So then it breaks it down by their first order and if they bought the same month. So this is for February. This is still February. Then this becomes March. This is April, so on and so forth. So that's a little bit of how to read this. And then this top row takes the average for every month. Now, the one thing I want to notice, and this is what we noticed immediately. It's like, if you look at the average by month, the last 12 months, these 3 months stick out as the most. Now, they have apparel and some other things in a very niche audience. But like a lot of e-commerce businesses, Q4 is pretty important to them. But what you'll notice is those aren't the highest amount of LTVs or average amount spent per customer in those cohorts. So these are new customers acquired each of these months, essentially. And I've removed so they have a physical store as well. I've removed their physical store sales from this. This is online sales only. And you'll notice that these months are the highest. Why? Well, okay, they're right before Q4. That is how they're monetizing their list. They're hitting their list hard in Q4, of course, like everyone does, emails, SMS, and the people who end up being worth the most are not the people you acquire in Q4. I should say November, December, Black Friday, Monday, holiday. It's the people right before. So their Q4 really starts in August. And going forward, they can leverage this data. Like, okay, I know that these people are going to be worth a lot more to me, especially September and more so October. So I am willing, we can leverage that 90-day lifetime value or 60-day, depending on which month we're in, and to make sure we're keeping cash flow. And I'm going to spend more to acquire them because I know if I want to acquire as many people in these months as possible because I know they're going to be worth more from when they buy again in November and December. And we could see that. So this is November, December for August cohort. This is November, December for the September, and then for the October cohort. You can see they each go up pretty nicely. Now you think it's just only a few dollars, but you take that times the number of people they acquired that month, and then all of a sudden, $3 difference per, put it 1,000 customers, $3,000. That's a made up number, obviously, but you get the idea. And it's like those can end up being a lot bigger numbers. Or if you acquired 10,000 people that month, then that's a lot more, 3,000. So that's the kind of thing where even just a snapshot like this, we looked at this in 10, 15 minutes. We're like, we should be spending a lot more money in these months. And what we did, we even broke it down further, and we did it for their shirts. All these numbers went up when we did their shirts because they have shirts and they have hats and some other stuff. And I won't go into the details, but the shirts were the ones that had the best LTVs and follow the same trend. Like, okay, well, not only do we want to pump a bunch of money and try to even take maybe a loss or a lower blended ROAS these months to acquire more customers, but we also want to make sure it's more focused on the shirts because those people come back, have a better experience, buy more. So that's something. And 15 minutes, you go look at this cohort analysis, you can kind of see, what does that look like for you? Are there certain months where, your LTVs are better? And then we proved this, but we went and look in 2020. So we were looking in 2024, look at 2023, the trend was consistent. So that's just something you can use. Look at this cohort analysis and kind of see how you can leverage it. Now, there's other ways you can do it. By product is a great way. And you plug in the filters. First sale is by X product, or has the title, it contains X, Y, Z. So those are some great ways to use this cohort analysis to leverage times of the year in your favor to help grow and scale the business and still be profitable.